A person's destiny is shaped by their mindset. This truth has been demonstrated time and again by visionaries like Oprah Winfrey, Thomas Edison, and Sarah Blakely. As a renowned author, James Allen once wrote in As a Man Thinketh, "A man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all his thoughts." But if this is so, why do so many fail to rise above their circumstances? Are they unaware of their own possibilities? Do they lack vision for their future? Today's story will unravel these questions and offer a profound lesson. Plus, we'll explore some new vocabulary to enrich your English. So stay with us until the end. This story will be worth your time. In a bustling marketplace, there was a street vendor who sold old, tattered books. Each day, he called out to passers-by, hoping to earn enough to buy his next meal. One afternoon, as he arranged his books on a worn-out mat, he noticed a sharply dressed woman passing through the market. Her elegant attire and purposeful stride caught his attention. She must be wealthy, he thought. If I can convince her to buy a book, maybe she'll pay more than the usual price. With this hope, he called out to her, holding up a faded novel. Instead of buying, the woman paused and asked, "Do you only sell what others have created? Have you ever thought of creating something of your own?" The vendor was taken aback. No one had ever asked him such a thing. Puzzled, he replied, "Madam, I'm just a poor vendor. I sell these old books to survive. I don't know how to create anything." The woman gave a gentle nod and said, "If you believe you have nothing to create, then you'll always be limited by what others leave behind. I'm an entrepreneur. I believe in building value. If you can offer something unique, people will value it. But if you only sell what's already there, why should they pay more?" With that, she walked away, leaving the vendor speechless. Her words lingered in his mind. "I've been selling these books for years, but no one ever said this to me," he thought. She wasn't harsh, but she was right. Why should people pay more for something they can find anywhere? For the first time, the vendor realized why his earnings were so meager, because he offered nothing special. That night, he couldn't sleep, wrestling with her words. What can I create? I'm just a vendor with old books. Yet her advice echoed. If you want people to value you, offer something unique. For 2 days, he stopped calling out to customers, lost in thought. On the third day, while walking to the market, he noticed a stack of discarded cardboard near a stall. Its sturdy texture sparked an idea. What if I make something new? What if I turn these books into something more than just pages to read? With determination, he gathered the cardboard and some old books. He began crafting small, handmade bookmarks, decorating them with quotes from the books he sold. The next day, he returned to his spot and offered a bookmark with every book purchase. To his surprise, customers were delighted. Some even bought extra books just to get more bookmarks. As the days went by, a pattern emerged. When he offered bookmarks, sales soared. When he ran out, they dwindled. It's true, he thought. People value something unique. One day, as he handed out a bookmark with a book, he saw the woman again, browsing the market. Excited, he approached her and said, "Madam, today I have something special. If you buy a book, I'll give you a handmade bookmark with a quote from it." The woman smiled, bought a book, and took the bookmark. "You've learned the power of creating value," she said. "You're no longer just a vendor. You're an innovator." As she left, the vendor stood there, her words sinking in. An innovator, he thought. For hours, he reflected on this. Then it hit him. I understand now. I'm not just selling books. I'm creating something people want. This is my business. Filled with excitement, he made a bold choice that day. He stopped selling only old books and began focusing on his bookmarks, experimenting with new designs and materials. 6 months later, in the same marketplace, 2 well-dressed individuals met. They exchanged a nod, but one looked puzzled. "Have we met before?" one asked. The other grinned and said, "Yes, right here in this market, when I was selling old books." The woman's eyes widened. "You're the vendor, the one I spoke to about creating something new." The former vendor chuckled. "Yes, that was me. But now, I run a small business making custom bookmarks. I'm here to meet a shop owner to expand my sales." The woman was amazed. "That's extraordinary. What changed? The bookmark maker smiled. You showed me that I could create value. I realized I wasn't just a vendor. I was an innovator. I just needed to see it. They shook hands, now as peers, and went their separate ways, each heading toward their own bright future. Your life is shaped by how you view yourself. If you see yourself as limited, you'll stay limited. But if you embrace your ability to create and innovate, you can achieve extraordinary things. So don't hold yourself back. See yourself as capable, creative, and valuable, because when your perspective shifts, your destiny follows. If you enjoyed this story, give a thumbs up, share what you learned in the comments, and pass it on to inspire others. See you in the next story.